Hello Internet, welcome back to our Songs of Syx series. In the last episode we worked on beautification. Specifically, we moved some of our farms and laid them out in an area that honestly they just look a lot better now. We also shrank our graveyard and we moved some of our trade buildings around so that they looked a little bit better as well. And we reformatted our hunter to make them a little bit bigger and offer more work there so that we could bring in some leather for leather clothing. But I think that's about it for the intro. Everyone, welcome back. So I do think our colony looks better now. I think there's still work to be done. Oh, but it's a work in progress, Internet. Just like me. I'm a work in progress my whole life. Which, by the way, probably should mention it up front. My life is in shambles at the moment and not doing super well. So I'm going to do my best to keep that out of the content. But if I sound a little bit more down than usual, it's just got hit with some financial stuff today that has me really just not doing super well. Okay, so our warehouse, I think we need to expand in the near future. We have 29 crates. Now, I did see someone, I looked on YouTube to see if I could learn a little bit more about the game, and I saw people could actually scale things up when they built things. So if I just, for instance, plop down another warehouse, for example, when they would click on crates, they actually could make them bigger, and I don't know how they did that, so that it would occupy more space. Oh, the plus sign maybe? Or mouse wheel. No, mouse wheel scrolls me in and out. Oh, control and mouse wheel. Okay, so it makes it larger. What does that do exactly? So 255 for one tile, 510 for two. So it literally, it's 50% more space occupied for 100% more materials. So we should be making larger items because it's one extra tile instead of two, so that's 50%, and the actual stored volume is double. Is it double? It is double. So that is something we need to keep in mind in the future. I had no idea that you could do that because I believe you can do that for workshop stuff as well. Like we could expand our furniture making operation, make the workbenches slightly bigger, get much more productivity out of them. I wish I had known that before we really dove into the colony here. Why are you walking like Frankenstein with your arms out in front of you? What a strange thing. But anyway, so a couple things I want to do today. Number one, I want to get them some more, I don't know what to call them, services, I guess. I want to build a lavatory. I want to build a well for them. And I think we'll make kind of a plaza here, and we'll have those kind of centrally located. That way, if they're at work or if they're sleeping, and as we expand the colony, I think we're going to expand south. I was going to say let's expand south so that we can get closer to the ore, but it's so clear that that's never going to be close enough to our colony. Are you ore? You are ore. You're closer. You're actually substantially closer. So if we build to the northwest, we may eventually be able to get close enough to that ore to make that a viable thing. Because I was thinking about, we know we can get raids. We know that that was part of our game setup. It mentioned raids. And I know that the expansion, the most recent update for this game was surrounding military. So I think that that's going to be pretty relevant. We're going to need to have a military. And I just can't get past the point. If we don't harvest things ourselves, we're going to have to import basically for the rest of our existence. We will have to be importing armor and weapons or metal or whatever. And I would really like to take some of that import off the table and harvest things myself. But anyway, that is not a problem for today. We're definitely not getting that far up there today. So let's build some pathing and lay out kind of a plaza here for us. Or should we build first and then build paths around it so that they look better? We should build first, I think. So let's build a lavatory. Would be service. Actually, is the well pre-placed or do I have to build the well? Okay, so the well is a single thing. So let's just assume we have double wide paths. I don't know if there are walls on this, but we'll tuck it down in this corner. And we'll even mark some paths. That way we know what this should be. Dirt paths right here. That way we have that double wide path. Where's the door on this building? Right here, I think. It's so difficult to see. I wish they were a little bit more obvious. And then if we have a path along the farmland here, I think is the right choice for that. Maybe we just bring it. No, I would like it all the way along our farms. So we'll do that. I think this is going to come out looking a bit ugly here, but that's okay. And then because we know that, we can now remove this well and move it further down. So how do I remove? Can I just click? I can. And we'll build the well there in that little corner. Even though we have water access, I imagine that they would prefer a well over just raw water in a lake or something. I also think we need to clear these trees, so why don't we mark these trees for clearing? Fell tree. We'll just mark kind of everything here because we're going to be building in this area. We want things to be a little clean. Do we have... Oh, what time of year is it? It's autumn. We have one more day to harvest wild veggies. How many veggies do we have? Oh, a ton. I'm not really concerned about that. So let's not worry about harvesting wild veggies, although it's free food. Let's do it. Why not? Give them some more work to do. Just go ahead and mark all those. If they don't get them by the next, like 14 hours, we're not going to get access to them anyway. So we laid out that path. Let's go ahead and make another, not a dormitory yet. Let's make a lavatory for now. Oh, it's going to be so hard to see. Blocked by other job. Okay. Why don't we let them work a bit? I was keeping it paused. That way we were not, if we placed a building, they wouldn't start building it if I had to remove it. So that was why we were working with a pause there. Is there anything else we can do in the meantime? I would like to expand the carpentry effort here. We are down 4 jobs. That's not great. Let's bring on some more people. We have plenty of food. A new level has been bestowed upon your name. Click the throne for more info. Why did I get... Oh, for our population milestone, we now have access to flat houses, canteens, and taverns. And we also get a flat 5% happiness boost. I believe happiness is this bar right here. It's orange. I can't imagine that's good. How do I... Oh, you're 100% happy. I wish I could see the breakdown. Or is this the breakdown? What does this mean? Afterlife. Well, 7.2. Well, we did just build a massive graveyard. Oh, they have a grave. There's someone was buried here. Okay, that's interesting. Services 1. Oh, that's terrible. Services are provided by building service rooms and allow access to your subjects. Yeah, but how do I know which services are the Okay. Eating services 0. Yeah, we need pots in order to make these eating services. They're happy enough with our dormitory. They don't have baths or wells, so they are displeased that they have to bathe in the river. So that well will take care of that. Other services, lavatories, also 0. What is a spot? Hearths, or hearth. It depends on who you ask how you say this. I've always said hearth. I don't know if that's correct or not. Level of access this building has to this service can be improved by building more service facilities. Yeah, but how do I know? Is it just hearths? I'm an idiot. I'm going to keep saying that wrong. Let's have a look at what those require to build. Hearth. Oh, we can build lights. Oh man, I wish I had known that. Because it gets so dark in this game when it's nighttime. Okay, we're going to build some torches. They do require metal, but I bet they would be happier if there were lights everywhere. We do have lights on the interior of the building. I feel like I saw a tooltip somewhere that said that light doesn't count, but I ignored it because I was like, that's the only light in the whole game, so I didn't think that that was correct, but apparently we can just build standalone lights. So that's super interesting. Anyway, helps keep your subjects warm in cold weather, but has no workers. They are managed by odd jobbers and janitors. So we can build these right now. How big are... Oh, it's enormous? I mean, I wish I knew, like, what is your service radius? If I build one here, does it cater to everyone in the whole colony? Because, like, is there a radius? Kind of like, you know, if you're playing SimCity and you place down a hospital, it services a huge area. I wonder if there are overlays in this game that I'm just not familiar with. Takes 8 wood and 2 stone. I mean, and 10 spots? Okay, so what I think... Oh, okay, if we look at this, you can see there's a square in the middle. I assume that's where the fire goes. And then the exterior arrows are where they stand. So it has 10 spots for people to huddle around for warmth. Okay. So this is probably like the well, where we build it and people will come to it as they need it. So we're going to hold off on that as well, and we're going to build that in this area. Although if we're expanding to the northwest, we should build it further north. I think here is a good spot, actually, because it's kind of centralized within our colony's current size and expansion. We'll just place this here. Can it share a wall? It can't share a wall. So it's a little big to fit here, but that's okay. And we can put a light or something in there to balance out some of that lack of space. All right, so they have plenty of work to do. We did hire some more colonists. Let's go ahead and add a few more. We're going to hold off on these murder guys. One of the videos I watched about how military works, which I learned basically nothing from, by the way. We're going to have to figure that out for ourselves. The only thing I remember about this is that they said these guys are super cheap and easy to make happy because they have low expectations and everything. But the murder thing makes me question if they're the ones who committed murder in my colony. Because we did have a murder very early on in our colony here. Also hate this little extra output, but I don't think I can remove it because it's part of the throne. Oh, I can remove it. Great. So that'll look a little bit nicer. Okay, so we built the hearth. It's just a fire that they can come to. So did that make people happier? Why is this red? Why are you red and blinking? This guy is really unhappy. Why are you so miserable, dude? Expectations? So he has high expectations and he's not happy with my area? Bad equipment, no battle, good environment, bad access. What is access? Roads, lights. Oh, there. So we do need lights in our colony. All. Prove by having monuments and having the subject be within their radius of influence or by certain roads. We could upgrade to stone roads. We don't have access to stone in our area, so that might be a problem long term. Services, he's also really unhappy about. And you're unhappy with your work? Also, we have retirement age. I did not know that. So you're unemployed? Is that why you're mad? I wish I understood this better. Subjects currently employed. Okay, I don't want to overwhelm us by looking at menus the whole episode, so we're going to just kind of ignore that for the moment. I'm not sure why they only built half of a path here. Obviously, I want an entire dirt road. Not sure why that was a thing, but okay, we'll build that out. So we have this hearth now. It said monuments. How do I build a is it a service? Monument? Spreads all or other impressions in your settlement. Okay, statues. Big stone monuments. It requires... Oh, we saw that before. That's cut stone, which we don't have. We could probably build a tree, though. Yeah, and they're small, so we can build a couple to take up space where that otherwise had nothing. So we'll just go ahead and sprinkle in some trees so that they get a little bit of awe as they kind of move around our area. I noticed you did not build that other wood road I asked you to build, or that dirt road, so I'm not sure why you are all ignoring my instructions. I may have overlapped it with a different job or something. Okay, but we've built the well here, and we can already see people bathing in it, so that means that is a service being taken advantage of by our population. Let's now build a lavatory. We have all this wood here as well. Do we not have space for wood? We are completely filled with wood. Okay, so we'll up that just so we have a little bit more storage. Now let's build a lavatory. Everybody poops. Gotta poop somewhere. We do want walls on it. And so we'll go in one so that the walls don't conflict with anything. I have no idea how big this needs to be. But let's make it pretty deep. Actually, let's not build it here. Well, that's where our other facility is. We should have built, since we're moving northwest, we should have built in this corner instead. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure things out later. We can always build more facilities. Let's just make it, I don't know, 8 seems like a huge room. Let's go 6. And we should make them odd numbers, actually. Because if you play like Minecraft or anything like that, you know you build in odd numbers. It just makes things a little bit easier. Because then you can have like a mirrored side with a 1 free space in the middle. And it just sort of works out with even and odd numbers. So latrines, can we make these bigger, by the way? Oh, we can. So if we build, what's the smallest one? Okay, if we build this, it's 1 latrine. If we go out 1 more space, it's 2 latrines. So if we built them individually, each latrine would take up 3 spaces. But if I expand them, so like, okay, so if I build them like this, 1, 2, 3, I could fit 3 latrines there, or I could do this and fit 3 latrines very easily in that area. So let's just expand this. Oh, I think we hit a maximum. Okay, so this seems to be the maximum. We'll go ahead and build that, and then we'll shrink it, and we'll build 2 more. So that's quite a lot. I wish I had known that you could do this a long time ago. It would have saved me a lot of grief. What else do I need? Basins. 800%, 1200%. What is the percentage? Increases their hygiene. Extra expensive. When rooms are built too deep, extra materials must be used to build and maintain it. Okay. So let's just build a huge basins. I like the squares better. Well, but if we build latrines here... Okay, let's just shrink this. We'll make another batch of latrines here. And then we'll put basins in the corner. I mean, this looks pretty good. Must be reachable from within the room. Oh, I see that edge would be cut off. Well, if I rotate it and put it here, it will work. And then we can put a few small basins as well. So if we shrink this down, we should be able to put some in the middle here. Actually, we can make them longer. Yeah. This works. Okay. So that's enough bathrooms for 11 people to be pooping all at the same time. Plus the basins, I don't fully get what they do because they have a percentage. If you look here, it says 800% for this size, 400% for this size. So I'm not 100% on what they do, but I think that this is acceptable. So we will build some, oh yeah, definitely put walls on it. And we're going to build some doors here as well, and we'll make those 3 wide. I don't know if there's like throughput issues or if, you know, if people can use the same door at the same time. I don't know if these guys like collide with each other where they can't squeeze through a door together. So we'll just go ahead and make that. Hopefully that is acceptable. I don't really know. We've never built a latrine before. And let's go ahead and pull our road down. Although I suspect it won't look super great. Let's go ahead and pull another dirt road down here. Because they are pathing this way. And obviously we can't build a diagonal path. It would look hideous. So hopefully they prioritize pathing a little bit where they'll walk on the actual path. Nope, they're just cutting right through the middle. Okay, that will be canceled out as we build in this area and they can't actually, you know, travel through there. Our food stores have dropped. What time of year is it? It's spring, so we can't harvest wild veggies. And our farms will not harvest for another season or 2. I do think we're at 59 people. It's blinking red up here. I wish I knew what that meant. And you're really unhappy. Can I, like, select you? Info. I would like to select you. Maybe we can just make them leave the colony because he's clearly miserable. And it seems to be dragging everyone down. And I don't really know what to do about that. So I don't know how to fix that. I want to reformat our carpenter now that we know we can do that. So let's expand this. And what we'll do is remove the old furniture. Oh, no, don't shrink room. Expand room. I want to remove furniture. Remove item. And just remove like literally everything in here. Okay. And we're going to build the bigger workbenches. Let's rotate, make this bigger. Okay, so here we could fit 2 on this back wall. And it would be 3 workers. If I double it, it almost fully doubles its size. So we can just barely fit 3 in this building. So it will allow for more workers. And then we can't put it on this wall because the door's to the south here. So what I think we'll do is put 2 individuals here as well. And then auxiliary stations. Efficiency. You max out efficiency. So we can just put this... No, we can't put it in the center. Oh, because it would overlap and it would block that thing. Okay. And then I can't put even a little one here, right? Yeah. Would it be better if we did it... No, we would only be able to fit 2 in that case. Okay, so the efficiency bonus is not going to be amazing. I could remove one of these workstations and add a big efficiency boost. But would it be better to have those additional workers? Because this adds, I think it's 3 workers. So would it be better to have more workers or more efficiency from the other workers? If I remove this, how much does the efficiency go down? So it's about 24%. So in this area, I would fit another 24% efficiency. I think we take the more labor over the enhanced labor at the moment. I think is fine. So we'll go ahead and build that out. And I would love to do the same thing for the leather tailor, but for now, we're going to leave that alone. And I think we're just going to roll with that for now. How are we doing on clothing? We have 2 clothing in store. Okay, so let's look at this again. How much clothing do we go through on a daily basis? How do we... Clothing. They have a limited lifespan. 1 set lasts around 10 days. So every 10 days, we need 59 sets of clothing to fully clothe our entire workforce on our colony. And that is just at this exact moment. Obviously, in the future, we will continue expanding our colonists. So we need 5.9 clothing produced every day. And this is showing multiple days apart. Okay, so I don't know how to read this. So let's look at the building itself. We need 5.9 per day to clothe our colony. You are currently making plus 1.86 per employee per day. We're making 7. Okay, so it looks like we're making 8 per day. Amount of goods that have been produced. 1.86 per worker per day. So 1.86 times 7, we're getting like 12 clothing items per day. So we are making enough to clothe our colony, but it's going to take them a while to catch up because their production is just recently started. We haven't done much with that work. So at least they're going to have clothing. That should make them a little happier as well. How much metal do we have? 96. Let's build some lights in our colony. Infrastructure torch. How big? Oh, you're huge. Oh, no, you're not huge. That's just the radius. Okay. Well, let's build a light by the dormitory. And just sort of down the road as we go. I don't know how much. I wish this had an overlay. So like when I place that down, I wish its radius remained on the map so I could see how far away to place the next lamp. But let's just go like this. I think it's fine. It's probably not going to look super great. Let's count the tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 between I think is fine. Is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I messed it up. 6 should be here. Remove item. Remove that. And then we'll put one more at the end of the road here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this road. I think it's just going to dead end out here. But that should give them some light to be by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll put that in here. And yeah, we're not going to do this the whole time because it's going to take like forever to kind of feel things out. But I also don't just want to place a bunch down all right next to each other because it's obviously going to be, I don't know, really hideous. I think we'll be fine. So let's get some light built. I'm curious how bright they actually are, how much this is going to benefit us when it becomes night and gets really dark on screen. I'm hoping it really helps out. Looks like they are building them. And we don't have dedicated builders, by the way. Is there a way, like a building station, where I could have some people, instead of the odd jobbers building, I would like a dedicated workforce like that just constructs? Workshops, I don't know. Service maybe? Infrastructure. Oh yes, builder outpost. Builder outpost is a marker you put down where you can employ builders. Builders perform jobs such as construction, clearing, or tunneling. They prioritize the jobs closest to the outpost or jobs that are prioritized. Oh, it's just 1 by 1? It's not an actual room. Okay. All right. I didn't expect that. Let's just put it here. Does it really matter? It's just 1 by 1. Put it here. And then how do I... Okay. Put like 3 or 4 people on there. What is the radius? Work radius of this room. They will look for work within the radius. A big radius can be ineffective and workers will have a hard time getting back to services. Yeah, I don't care about that. We're going to mark that as 100 because at the moment, we don't care. We don't put down enough jobs for them to really constantly be building. Oh, and we're in a negative work-wise. That's not good. So we're going to need to hire some more people, I think. Oh, and that's because this came back online and auto-employed a ton of people. Let's knock that down to like 7 people. Actually, let's not. Let's leave it at 11, and let's just accept more colonists. And we're going to need to expand our farms here again in the near future. It seems like our veggies are the thing that's going down the most as well. We have very few people who are willing to eat meat. Remember, these guys are vegetarians. Oh, I wonder if that means they only eat vegetables. Maybe they don't eat fruit, because our fruit numbers don't seem to dip as much or as drastically as the veggie numbers do. Really, regardless, we want to build some more farms here. So what I think, how do we want to do this? We've locked ourselves out over here by building this, and I maybe should have thought that through. But we can bring the road down here and fit more along the water side here. And in fact, in preparation of that, let's go ahead and fill in some of this water. We'll keep 1 tile. We'll keep 2 tiles for irrigation. Even though we have plenty of irrigation, it'll just look nicer if we have that space between us. And we'll go ahead and fill in this space for use with farms. And then we're going to need to clear a bunch of trees, which we probably still don't have space for wood. How much wood do we have? Yeah, we're pretty tapped out on wood. We could start exporting furniture. In fact, well, let's just let it go for now. And we'll just keep bringing people in as necessary. We do need to be starting work towards tech. Oh, look at the lights. They actually don't look terrible. I don't love their layout. I could have maybe spaced them a little bit better, but that should hopefully satisfy. Oh, and if you hover over the built one, it does actually show the overlay. If I go to build a new one, does it show that overlay? Service, infrastructure? It does. So it's only when they're not constructed that it doesn't show the light overlay. So hopefully that is something we can kind of use to our advantage later to make things... Oh, can they be placed on paths? I should maybe be putting them on paths. That way we're not blocking areas we might want to build in. I should have thought about that. Let's just remove those for now. And we'll put them... although we could always deconstruct them if we needed to. Build a torch. And we'll just put it on the road. Like here and here. Hopefully that doesn't like negatively impact their movement speed or anything. And we definitely need more colonists. We'll bring on another dwarf. I'm going to avoid bringing in the giants because that guy is miserable in our colony and I really don't know how to fix that. They filled in the land here. Looks like I didn't go quite far enough. So let's remove another line of tiles here. So that that's flush with this other one. And it's going to look a little bit unnatural. You know, obviously land does not grow square. In general, it's nature doesn't do straight lines too much. But that's what we're going to do here. And I want to build another large farm. We'll go veggies again, I think. And it can be right up flush with that. And we'll just make another huge 14 by 27. Pretty massive. Requires 5.9 farmers. Output's about 167 per year. Yeah, we'll do that. And they should come and clear the trees as well. Let's make another space for wood. Although we are very low on crates at this point. We may need to expand and build another warehouse now that we know we can make bigger crates. And I think we're going to export furniture if we can get furniture coming in decent numbers. We're producing about 8 per day. Yeah, furniture is a pretty labor-intensive thing in real life. Obviously, it takes quite a bit of work to actually put together a nice furniture item. These are still marked as harvest, but they are not harvestable. Although it is now because it's summer. But anyway, we're going to call the episode here. So for everyone who watched, thank you so much for sticking it out to the end of the video. I think our colony is looking better than ever, and I think that we're going to continue improving. Looks like we also are getting a harvest like right this second. We'll see that in the next episode. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. I'll be back with more Songs of Syx in the near future, and I'll see you in the next video.